Good afternoon, everyone. This is Kim Seon-young, English teacher of Chupungyang Middle School. Today, we're going to fourth session of Korean-Philippine online exchange class. The topic is mainly climate action and sustainable tourism, but we're going to deal with the previous lessons, a little bit about both countries' history. Before we start, I'm going to briefly introduce both schools. Chupungyang Middle School is founded in 2046, and actually there are 46 students and 10 teachers are participating in this program. And it's located in the Chupungyangmyeon, Yeongdong-gun, Chungcheongbuk-do. And all 46 students and 10 teachers are participating in 2022 Korea-Philippines Online Exchange Project. Abellana National School are founded in 1902, and there are 4,868 students and 192 teachers. Abellana National School is located in the Cebu City, Philippines, which is not only famous for beautiful nature, but also the historical remains. And among more than 4,000 students, 35 students and 2 very enthusiastic teachers are participating in 2002 online exchange project. So before we actually start today's lesson, we're going to have an opening performance. The famous song Let It Be will be played on gayagum, a traditional Korean musical instrument by Lee Lee-ji-ho, Kim Ha-rim, and Hwang Yeonu. Thank you. Give them a big applause. So today's lesson will be, thank you. The first session will be history review of Philippines and Korea. And after that, we're going to deal with today's main topic, climate action and sustainable tour. So this time, the Philippine students will do the presentation first about their history.
Thank you, Teacher Sanyong. This time, by the way, good afternoon, everyone. I am Teacher Rose, and this time I'm going to present our presentation with regards to the historical features in the Philippines. This will be reported by our students. Okay, to start, we have grouped our historical features according to this various period. First, the pre-colonial or the pre-Hispanic period. Second would be the Spanish colonization. Third would be the historical features for the American colonization, followed by Japanese colonization. Then next would be the Revolutionary period, and the last one are the historical features during the contemporary times. So it is said that history is not the past, but a map of a past drawn from a particular point of view to be useful to the modern traveler. So we are hoping that the information that we're going to share with you about the history of the Philippines could be your guide as you're going to travel to our country in the near future. So for the pre-colonial period, I would like to call in Arik Ryu Mapoy, a grade 7 student, to share the historical landmarks for this period. Arik, please take the mic.
Thank you, Ma'am Gabion. I will be I will be sharing my pre-colonial presentation. Pre-colonial. Filipino ancestors live in caves, riverbanks, mountains, forests, plains, and seashores. Thus, we will be featuring places that our ancestors used to live. Firstly, we have Calao Cave, located in Peña Blanca, Cagayan. It is famous of its 7 chambers, church inside one of them, rich history, artifacts, and now as home of the primitive hominin remains. Number 2, Tabon Cave, located in Lipunan Point, Palawan. Cradle of Philippine civilization, contain valuable artifacts that depict the lives of the earliest humans to set foot in Palawan. Archaeological artifacts of the skull of a Tabun man, the oldest modern human bones in the Philippines, and the Manugol jar, a natural cultural treasure and one of over 1,000 burial jars discovered in the cave complex. Number 3, Banawe Rice Terraces, located in Banawe, Ifugao. Terraces that were carved into the mountains of Banawe, Ifugao, in the Philippines by the ancestors of the Igorot people. According to UNESCO, the rice terraces Philippines are the priceless contribution of Philippines ancestors to humanity. Number 4, Dokligan Snake River, located in Ifugao. It's among the most beautiful mountains, not just in Banawe, but also in the Philippines, featuring a snake-shaped river, hence the name. Number 5, hanging coffins, located in Sagada Mountain Province. The people of Sagada follow a unique burial ritual. When they died, instead of being placed into the ground, the wooden coffins are hung either inside the caves or on the face of the cliffs, near the hanging coffins of their ancestors. Six, Cagayan Valley, located in northern Luzon. Ancestors of modern humans had settled in here as early as 500,000 years ago. It has lots of lowland in between hills, fresh mountain air bringing cool breeze, blue seas, majestic waterfalls all in one place. Number 7, Cagayan River, located in northern Luzon. Also known as Rio Grande de Cagayan, is the longest and largest river in the Philippines. Thank you everyone for listening to me. Once again, I am Arik Rio Mapoy.
And that's all for the pre-Hispanic features. Thank you for sharing the information, Arik. Konsamida. Now, now let's move on to Spanish colonization. To be shared by Kasofia Gascal. Kasofia, please take the mic.
Thank you, JM. Once again, good afternoon, everyone. I will be sharing Spanish colonization. This began when explorer Ferdinand Magellan came to the island in 1521 and claimed it as a colony for the Spanish Empire. This is the longest colonization in the history, for it lasted over 300 years. First, let's explore the historical landmarks during Spanish colonization in Cebu, the Queen City of the South and the cradle of Christianity. First, Magellan's Cross in Cebu City. It houses the Christian cross believed to be the very same one that the Portuguese and Spanish planted on March 15, 1521 to mark the birth of Christianity. Second, Mactan Shrine in Mactan Island, Cebu. It is made in honor of Lapu-Lapu, Ferdinand Magellan, and the Battle of Mactan. It is also known as Liberty Shrine. Third, Colon Street in Cebu City. It is the oldest street in the Philippines where trade and barter happened during all times. Fourth, Plaza Independencia in Cebu City. It is a Spanish colonial era plaza in Cebu City. It is a symbol of independence and freedom from all the conquerors that tried to take over the island of Cebu. Fifth, Fort San Pedro in Cebu City. Built by the Spaniards under Miguel Lopez de Legazpi, it is the oldest fort in the Philippines nestled in Cebu City. Sixth, Cebu Metropolitan Cathedral in Cebu City. It is considered to be one of the first churches in the Philippines that was built near the fort, that was built by Miguel Lopez de Legazpi, Fray Andre de Ordaneta, and Fray Diego de Herrera. 7. Basilica Minore del Santo Niño de Cebu, the home of the original and oldest religious relic in the Philippines in honor to the Holy Child Jesus, serve as the sanctuary of the Santo Niño that Magellan himself brought. 8. Yap Santiago Ancestral House in Cebu City. It is considered as one of the oldest residential houses in the Philippines, and said to be the first Chinese house built outside of China. 9th, Colegio de San Ildefonso, or University of San Carlos. It was an educational institution run by the Society of Jesus. It was established by the Jesuits in 1595, thus making it the first European-founded educational institution in Asia. Next are the historical features of other parts in the Philippines. First is the Intramuros in Manila, known as the Walled City. It is considered the political, educational, and religious center of the Spanish Empire in the Philippines, where the national hero Jose Rizal was incarcerated. Second, Rizal Park in Manila, one of the largest historic urban park in Asia. It is where Jose Rizal and the three martyr priests, Gomez, Burgos, Zamora, were executed. Third, in Binondo in Manila. Established in 1594, it is the first and the oldest Chinatown in the world. Fourth, the Rizal Shrine in Calamba, Laguna. The structure stands in the same location of the Rizal family's ancestral house. As the birthplace of Rizal, it features collections and memorabilia that center around his childhood. Fifth, the Sandugo Shrine in Bohol. In March 1565, a blood compact between Spanish explorer Miguel Lopez de Legazpi and Bohol chieftain Sikatuna took place as a symbol of friendship between the Spaniards and the Filipinos. This was famously called the Sandugo, a tribal tradition sealing allegiance and confirming solidarity between tribes. 6. The Baraswain Church in Malolos, Bulacan are called Baras Naswail. It served as the headquarters of the illustrators who were against the Spanish rule and was the site of one of the most pivotal events in the Philippine democracy. 7. Limasawa Island in southern Leyte. The island is historically significant because it's said that it is where the first ever Mass in the Philippines was held in March 1521 by Father Pedro de Valderrama. 8. University of Santo Tomas in Manila. Over 4 centuries later, the university stood the test of time and is regarded as the oldest university in the Philippines and in Asia. 9. Casagua Ruins in Albay. The late 16th century Casagua Church was established by the Franciscan missionaries. It was burned in the 17th century and reconstructed in the 18th century. However, the eruption of the Mayan volcano destroyed the church in the early 19th century. What we see today is what was left to the church. A portion of it is tower. 10. Calle Crisologo in Vigan, Ilocos Sur. It is a well-preserved Spanish-era street line with heritage houses or bahay na bato. The cobblestone street was historically the business and trade center of North Luzon in the pre-colonial and Spanish colonial Philippines. And that's all. Thank you, everyone.
And that's all for the Spanish colonization. Thank you for sharing the information, Ka Sofia. Konsamida. Now, let's move on to American colonization, to be shared by Reggie Cuyos. Reggie, please take the mic.
Thank you, Jim. Hello, everyone. I am Reggie. I will show you the historical pictures during the American and Japanese colonization. American colonization. It lasted for 48 years. It began with the cession of the Philippines to the U.S. by Spain in 1898 and lasted until the U.S. recognition of Philippines independence in 1946. Number 1. Camp John Hay, Baguio City. And at the turn of the 20th century, the foundation for the development of Baguio City were laid when the Americans established Camp John Hay in 1903, the only hill station in Asia. Number 2, Fort Drum, El Fraile Island, Cavite City. Fort Drum is a concrete military post shaped like a battleship. It's located on the mouth of Manila Bay, which was used as a harbor defense during the American colonial period in 1909. Number 3, Sapote Bridge. This played an important role in Philippine history because of the Battle of Sapote Bridge on February 16, 1897, the second largest battle of the Filipino-American War that took place in this site. Number 4, Clark Air Base. The base was a stronghold of the combined Philippine and American forces during the final months of World War II and a backbone of logistical support during the Vietnam War until 1975. Number 5, Manila American Cemetery and Memorial. With a total of 17,206 graves, it has the largest number of graves of any cemetery for U.S. personnel killed during World War II and those who were dead from the Philippines and other allied nations. Number 6. Old Legislative Building. It is the best example of neoclassical architecture in the Philippines. In World War II, Japanese forces in Manila bombed and destroyed the building in February 1946. Number 7. Old Legislative. The building was then turned over to the National Museum of the Philippines in 1998. Presently, President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. was being inaugurated outside this building as well. Next is Japanese colonization. Number 1. Leyte Landing Memorial Park. This park was established in celebration of a significant event in history, the Day Landing in October 1944, where Douglas MacArthur, together with his entourage, finally fulfilled his promise to come back and help Philippines gain back its independence from the Japanese. Number 2, Dambana ng Kagitingan. Established in 1970, also known as the Mount Samat National Shrine or Shrine of Valor, is a memorial complex honoring the fallen Filipino and American soldiers who fought against the Japanese in the Battle of Bataan in 1942. Number 3, Bataan Death March Markers. 3 months after the Battle of Bataan, the Japanese army decided to transfer about 75,000 Filipino and American prisoners of war from Bataan to Camp O'Donnell in Capas, Tarlac. This was called the Bataan Death March because this long, brutal walk claimed the lives of, of thousands of Filipino soldiers and hundreds of American soldiers. Number 4, Corregidor Island, nicknamed the Rock. This fortified island was part of the harbor defense protecting Manila Bay from enemy attacks during the World War. Number 5, Ocampo Pagoda Island, Mansion, Quiapo, Manila. It became a significant structure because it served as a shelter for neighbors during the air battles between Japanese and American planes in World War II. And that's all. Thank you. Back to you, Jim.
And that's all for the American-Japanese regime colonization. Thank you for sharing the information, Reggie Kuyas. Konsamida. Now let's move on to revolutionary and contemporary period to be shared by Venice Jane. Venice, please take the mic.
Thanks, JM. Again, I am Venice and I'll be sharing with you guys the Philippine Revolutionary period. First, we have the Cry of Pugad Lawin, Caloocan. In late August 1896, members of Katipunan led by Andres Bonifacio revolved somewhere around Caloocan. The cry could also refer to the tearing up of community tax certificates and the defiance of their allegiance to Spain. Next, we have Biak na Bato, located in Bulacan. The Biak na Bato National Park nestles the site where Aguinaldo and his comrades planned and initially formed the revolutionary government in May 1897, months before its official declaration. Third, we have Aguinaldo Shrine, located in Kawit, Cavite. Aguinaldo Shrine, Kawit, Cavite, this was the site of the proclamation of Philippine independence from Spain on June 12, 1898, with the unfurling of a Philippine flag. Fourth, we have Tirad Pass, located in Ilocos Sur. It is known to be the place where Philippine General Gregorio del Pilar led the battle against American forces in 1899, known as the Battle of Tirad Pass. Contemporary period. First, we have Adsa Shrine, located in Quezon City. The shrine was built only in 1989 and now stands to commemorate the two people power revolutions that took place in the country. Second, we have San Juanico Bridge, Samar Leyte. It is part of the Pan-Philippine Highway and stretches from Samar to Leyte across the San Juanico Strait in the Philippines. It is the second longest bridge spanning a body of seawater in the Philippines after Cebu-Cordoba Bridge. Third, we have Simala Shrine, Marian Hills, Lingindon, Simala, Sibunga, Cebu. It was built in 1998 by the Marian monks from Pampanga. It is used to be just ordinary church until after the incidents of miraculous events, one of which is the shedding of tears of the Mother Mary's image. Fourth, we have South Road Properties or SRP Cebu. The SRP is envisioned as a premier lifestyle destination in the southern Philippines. Last, we have Cebu Cordoba Link Expressway or CCLX. It connects the main Cebu City industrial area to the Mactan Island via the municipality of Cordova. Spanning 8 kilometers, it is expected to serve at least 50,000 vehicles daily, known to be the longest bridge in the Philippines. Thank you. Back to you, JM.
And that's all for and that's all for the revolutionary. Thank you for sharing the information, Venice. Konsamida. And that's gonna be our whole topic about the historical features of the Philippines. The reporters did a great job. Very good. Konsamida.
So, dear Kiran classmates, let's have a short quiz about our presentation. Kindly open your mobile phones and scan the QR code you can see on your screen, or you may enter the game pin 704596. Ay, rather, 1328164. So we have 31 players in, and we will start in 10 seconds. Okay, let's start. Philippine history features. For our question, known as the cradle of the Philippine civilization, archaeological artifacts of skull of Tabon man found here. Is it Calao Cave, Camotes Cave, Tabon Cave, or Ogtong Cave? Okay, time is up, and the correct answer is Tabon Cave. We have Yeon, our leading player in our game. Okay, the next question is terraces that were carved into the mountains by the ancestors of the Igorot people. Is it Cagayan rice terraces, Banawi rice terraces, Benguet rice terraces, or Sagada rice terraces? Okay, time is up. And the correct answer is Banawi rice terraces. We have Ridge, we have Regia, our leading player in our game. Okay, the third question is, it houses the Christian cross believed to be very same one the Portuguese and Spanish planted on March 15, 1521. Is it Mactan Shrine, Yap Santiago Ancestral Home, Plaza Independencia, or Magellan's Cross? Okay, time is up, and the correct answer is Magellan's Cross. We have our new leading player, JW. It is the oldest street in the Philippines. It is where trade and barter happened during old times. Is it Colon Street, Leon Kilat Street, Mabini Street, or Legazpi Street? Okay, time is up, and the correct answer is Colon Street. Still, JW is our leading player. Known to be the walled city in Manila, where the national hero Jose Rizal was incarcerated. Is it Binondo, Manila, Intramuros, Manila, Pasig City, Manila, or Caloocan City, Manila? Okay, time is up, and the correct answer is Intramuros, Manila. Still, JW is our leading player in the game. It is the oldest university in the Philippines and in Asia. Is it San Carlos University, Colegio del San Juan de Letran, University of Santo Tomas, or Colegio Menor del Santo Niño? And the correct answer is University of Santo Tomas. JW is still a leading player in the game. Okay, for the seventh question, is the largest number of graves of the cemetery for U.S. personnel killed during World War II? Is it Manila American Cemetery and Memorial, Manila Chinese Cemetery, Manila North Cemetery, or Manila South Cemetery? Okay, time is up, and the correct answer is Manila American Cemetery and Memorial. JW is our leading player. The only hill station in Asia established by the Americans in 1903. Is it Camp Clark, Camp Cooper, Camp MacArthur, or Camp John Hay? Alright, time is up, and the correct answer is Camp John Hay. Nicknamed The Rock, this is fortified island, was part of the harbor defenses protecting Manila Bay from enemy attacks. Is it Limasawa Island, Corregidor Island, Mactan Island, or Bantayan Island? And the correct answer is Corregidor Island. JW is still a leading player in the game. Last question, we have, this was the site of the proclamation of Philippine independence from Spain with the unfurling of the Philippine flag. Is it Aguinaldo Shrine, Sandogo Shrine, Mactan Shrine, or Rizal Shrine? And the correct answer is Aguinaldo Shrine. So we have our top three. We have Vector. Followed by our top two, we have JW. And our champion is JM. Congratulations, everyone, and thank you for your participation.
Thank you for your participation, both countries. Uh, and Juno. Okay. Now we will move on to our next session. So, members, will we going to have a time to share interpretation of the color?
Hello, teachers and young. Yes, we have a volunteer, student volunteer to share his artwork. Same with the students of Mom Loveland.
Okay, then shall we start? If you're ready, you can start.
First, I would like to present to you the some of the videos and pictures that our students have created during. This is just a slideshow of our students' work as they color their presentation or as they color the artwork that uh, your country have sent. So this is Rihanna Gregorio. So she colored her tiger with a blue combination of blue, red, and pink. And then this is her water tower. This one is from Jillian. Oh, so this is Rihanna Gregorio. And another is, so this is the time lapse of Rihanna coloring her. Oh, this is the time lapse of another student coloring her tiger. So that's the finished product. And this is Jillian Paler coloring her tiger with combination of red, orange, and yellow one. And this is the art put of Rihanna a while ago. So this is a time lapse of another student coloring the water tower and another student coloring the tiger. So this is Tiffany Shane Rendon and her artwork, the water tower, and her tiger also. And those are the only few students who have shared their artworks. And we have another student who want to share with us uh, how did he color his artwork. In the person of Arik Rio Mapoy. Rio, please come in, dear. And kindly turn on your camera, dear.
Wait, ma'am. Give me 10 seconds now. Wait lang.
And we have also students from Ma'am Lovelyn Feliciano.
Good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. This is my colors water tower. And I would be sharing why did I color it this way. Firstly, I colored the water tower brown because it symbolizes strength and defense. I colored the I colored yellow as courage, symbolizes courage. I mean, it symbolizes freedom and clan. I symbol I colored I colored the skies blue because it symbolizes joy and happiness. And let's not forget about the red. Red symbolizes bravery and strength too. And orange. Orange symbolizes balance and courageousness. So, and I mix this both because this is what I want. I want every color to be symbolized like the water towers has been. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Rio, Arik, and Ma'am Lav. Do you have any student?
Yes, thank you. So for us, we have Rapunzel Lastimoso, who will go first. Go ahead, Rapunzel.
Good morning, everyone. This is my drawing, and I interpret this drawing as this tiger symbolizes strength and courage. And I also chose yellow and orange as for the color because I view the tiger as a very cheerful and fun animal. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. And next, we will have Miles. Go ahead, Miles, Princess. Princess, or Princess, do you have a good connection? Okay, I think she's having problem with her connection. She is unable to turn on, but all of them has already finished creating and coloring the pictures. So we'll be sending pictures and time lapse for their activity also. Thank you.
Thank you for your great artworks and your participation. And before we move on to the Korean presenters, we'll also share a short video about after we had a lesson about national symbols of each country. They made a kind of uh, typographies based on the national symbols they have researched. 뭐지? 자, and one of the students who did a 어? Sorry for interruptions. So they might have some problem with the connection. So are the students of Philippines, is she ready to present?
Is it going to be the next topic now, Teacher Sanyong?
Oh, no, before we move on to the fourth session, we are going to briefly review the history, and the presenter will be Korean student. Okay.
Hello, my name is Harim.
And Jihu.
We are going to tell you about Japanese colonial era. This is the trace of Japanese colonial era left in our area. It is the water tower of Chupungyang Station. The water tower at Chupungyang Station was built in 1939. Japan operated the Gyeongbu Line for the purpose of exploitation. The Chupungyang water tower was installed to supply water to the steam locomotives used at the time. There are still water towers at Hwabon Station, Yeoncheon Station, and Suwon Station in Korea. Among them to this day, Chupungyang Water Tower is most preserved tower in its original form. It's also the only square-shaped water tower in Korea. Public records from that time clearly show the Japanese government's intentions. For example, in a document that Foreign Minister Komura Shitaro submitted to Prime Minister in 1902, if Japan constructs the Gyeonggi Line on our own and connects to the Gyeongbu Line, all major railways will be in the hands of our empire, in effect keeping Korea under our influence. Japanese colonial era refers to the period from 1910 to 1945, when Japan colonized Korea. While Japan was colonizing many countries with imperialism, a war between Russia and Japan broke out and Japan won. Korea became a protectorate of Japan and Korea lost control of its own foreign affairs with the Ulsa Treaty of 1905. Japan formally annexed the Korean Empire with the Japan-Korea Treaty of 1910, and then Empire came to an end. Ulsa means 1905. It's also a unit of counting the years of the East Asian country.
Let me introduce some significant historical moments during Japan's colonial era. In 1910, Japan established the Government General of Korea and began to exploit and suppress Korea. Then in 1919, March 1st, the independence movement took place and a provisional government was established in Korea. The March 1st movement was a protest movement by Korean people and students calling for independence from Japan. And protesting forced assimilation into the Japanese way of life. It has been held for several months and is the largest independence movement of the Korean people and a non-violent civil disobedience movement. However, Japan imposed stronger sanctions when independence movements such as the March 1st independence movement took place. The national extermination policy that began with the Hangul education in 1938, and Koreans were forced to change their names to Japanese names in 1940. These are typical examples of sections. The purpose was to eliminate their national identity by losing their names and historical texts. 5 years later, in 1943, Japan imposed forced labor and many young people were taken to battlefields and coal mines. And on August 50, 1945, the Republic of Korea finally gained independence from Japan. In Korea, this day is called Gwangbokjeol Day.
The name 광복절 is composed from the Korean word 광 meaning light, 복 meaning restoration, and 절 meaning holiday. Many people were happy for independence and shouting 만세. Japanese rule over Korea ended on 50 August 1945 with the surrender of Japan in World War II and an incessant Korea independence movement.
With this, I will end my presentation. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for presenting about Korean history. So both country actually shares the pain of colonization, but now we're became a good friend. Now we're going to move on to our main topic, climate action and sustainable tourism. So the Korean students will present first, and our first presenter will be waiting for to introduce about over tourism.
Hello, my name is Minji Jo, and I will introduce over tourism. The number of tourists is steadily increasing. 네. Hello, my name is Minji Jo, and I will introduce over tourism. The number of tourists is steadily increasing due to rising global income and the reduction of travel expenses thanks to the widespread low-cost airlines and affordable services. Many countries regard tourism as a critical multifaceted industry. In addition, the expansion of accommodation sharing businesses like Airbnb, as well as technical support and mobile services such as language translation, travel guides and maps, make traveling inexpensive and convenient. It is an undeniable fact that tourism brings well-being to both tourists and residents of destinations in many ways, but it has unexpected or sometimes predictable problems when it is too much, as we are seeing them emerging around famous urban tourist destinations around the world. Over-tourism describes destinations where hosts or guests, locals or visitors, feel that there are too many visitors and that the quality of life in the area or the quality of the experience got worse unacceptably. Over-tourism is the opposite of responsible tourism, which is about using tourism to make better places to live in and better places to visit. Often both visitors and guests experience the worst at the same time. As the issue of over-tourism emerges, along with the right of tourists to enjoy this activity, the sustainability of tourist destinations and the rights of local residents are also considered. The number of tourists in Jeju Island increased by 22% year-on-year, and the impact of over-tourism increased. The particular marine waste, which harms the clear water of Jeju Island, is being raised as the biggest problem in Jeju Island over-tourism. The Emerald Sea of Jeju Island is Jeju's biggest tourist element, and there is more and more trash in the sea. Because of this, Jeju residents are troubled. To solve this problem, people also work on garbage collection projects. As the number of tourists on Jeju Island increased, the use of rental cars also increased. The rental car, which rents and rides for a certain period of time, was suitable for tourists to travel in Jeju Island, where traffic was not excellent. However, the increased number of cars caused traffic congestion among local residents or raised environmental issues. Type too many tourists into Google and it offers a range of suggested searches revealing what others have looked for. Uh, oh, sorry. Local residents gathered in Bukchon to protest the influx of tourists to their neighborhood. Some house sign reading, "We want our weekend back. We're just money makers for Seoul," and "Listen to our voice," demanding the city designate Bukchon a restricted zone. They expressed anger at how tourism was making their community un, unlivable. More than 300,000 tourists visit our residential area every month. They make noise, smoke, throw out garbage, and even urinate in the street. One protester said in a statement reported in the Korea Times, "We repeatedly asked the government to solve the problem, but little has changed so far." Type too many tourists into Google, and it offers a range of suggested searches revealing what others have looked for. As such, over-tourism occurs in many parts of the world and damage continues. We should be careful and try not to harm the residents when traveling and touring. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. Now we're going to move on to our next presenter about introducing what is then sustainable tourism is.
Okay. Hello, my name is Singyab Lee. I will present about sustainable tourism. I am not familiar with English, so please understand that I may make mistake during the presentation. First, I will present the World Tourism Day. September 27th is World Tourism Day. Every year on September 27th, World Tourism Day was created by the United Nations World Tourism Organization to publicize the potential of tourism and to develop the tourism industry. The theme of this year's World Tourism Day 2022 was Rethinking Tourism. It's about rethinking the meaning and importance of tourism. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres also emphasized, emphasized sustainable tourism on World Tourism Day. Sustainable tourism will enable people in the international community to understand each other's cultures and protect nature. Citing an encouraging stance on sustainable tourism culture. Next. Let me tell you the difference between sustainable tourism, ecotourism, and responsible travel. Ecotourism is niche segment of tourism in natural areas. Sustainable tourism does not refer to a specific type of tourism, rather it is an aspiration for the impact of all forms of tourism to be sustainable for generations to come. Responsible travel is a term referring to the behavior and style of individual travelers. The behaviors aligned with making a positive impact to the destination rather than negative ones. Next. Then, let me explain what sustainable tourism is. Sustainable tourism can be defined as a kind of tourism that has more benefits than negative impact, especially relating to the environment, the economy, and communities. Truly sustainable and responsible tourism should make destination better for people to live in as well as visit. The main responsibilities of sustainable tourism include: first, protecting the environment, natural resources, and the wildlife. Second, providing socio-economic benefits for communities who live in tourist destinations. Third, conserving cultural heritage and creating authentic tourist experiences. Fourth, bringing tourists and the local communities together for mutual benefit. At last, creating inclusive and accessible tourist opportunities. These are the personal practice for sustainable tourism. First, away from plastic. Reducing the use of single-use plastics is one of the biggest challenges for environmental protection. Second, eating sustainably. It's a good idea to bring a reusable steel straw to the bar when you want to try a local drink. Third, browse environmental certifications. If you use accommodations with environmental certifications, you can do sightseeing that is safer and does not harm the environment. In addition to this, there are various practical measures such as packing lightly. These are the social practices for sustainable tourism. First, program using local specialties. If you run a program using local specialties, you can promote the development of local farmers and the area. Second, zero-use plastic bags. There is also the problem of using plastic bags when buying souvenirs at tourist destinations. Therefore, business and stores should use eco-friendly paper bags instead of plastic bags. Third, change in means of transportation. Many means of transportation, such as airplanes, are also problematic. Therefore, airplanes and companies must use eco-friendly fuels that have replaced pet, pet, petroleum's fuels. fuels. From September 26th to September 28th, we went to Jeju Island for an experiential learning field trip. Jeju Island is a tourist destination chosen by many tourists as with the problem with over-tourism, mentioned by Minji. Jeju Island has many problems such as garbage left by tourists and noise problems. We did not only aim to go out to play, but we planned experiential learning with them for students to fit the keywords of ecological sensitivity for first graders, sustainable life for second graders, and citizenship for third graders. So we went to places where I could experience the environment and the ecology of Jeju Island for each grade. By experiencing the environment and the condition of Jeju Island, the students learned what sustainable tourism is and what manners and preparations they should have to experience tourist destination. In addition, they cleaned tourist spots in Jeju Island by plugging to pick up trash while working at the tourist spots visit by each grade. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for presenting. Now we will get to know more about sustainable tourism. To be more detailed, our third presenter will tell you what our students exactly did and what Koreans can do as a sustainable and responsible traveler.
Hello, my name is Tabin Lim. I will introduce the climate action in daily life. What is plugging? Plugging is an environmental protection movement that first started in Sweden in 2016 and is a compound word of the Swedish word plocka, meaning to pick up, grade, and the English word jogging. What is Korea's plugging culture like? There are various plugging activities in Korea. Among them, due to the geographical characteristics of Korea, which has many mountains, Korea's plugging along the coast of while climbing. It is in Korea's blogging culture that people of all ages post blogging or junk art on social media, and it is a popular activity with hundreds of thousands of posts. 넘겨주시면 돼요. Blogging activities of Chupungyang Middle School. Chupungyang Middle School went on a school trip to Jeju Island. The students picked up a rock of trash from the sea, and with the corrected by the students. They made fish junk art. Also, there are many mountains around Chupungyang Middle School, so students go hiking to clean up the school and correct garbage. Next is video of our school students doing plugging activities at school. Thank you.
Thank you for introducing what we did during this semester. Now, before we move on to our Philippine presenters, we're going to have a short quiz with Kahoot. So I will share the Kahoot game code. The game pin number is 426793. The next question is true or false. The number of tourists in Jeju Island increased by 22% year-on-year. The blue is truth and red is false, which is written in Korean. The next question is also true or false. And like I said, blue is truth and red is false. Technical support and mobile services make traveling inexpensive and convenient. The answer is true. Choose that are the main responsibility of sustainable tourism. So our winner will be Rian. Rian. Okay. Thank you for your participating. And now we're finished wrap up our presentation, and we're going to pass the pass it to the Philippine presenters.
Okay, thank you so much, Teacher Sun Young, and to the students. So now we are, the Philippine students will be the one who's going to present. For this one, we are going to present the global environmental issues and environmental tourism and sustainable tourism aid. So as we all know, the Philippines is an archipelago and the country is rich in natural resources and historical places. So we will cover the restoration programs done by the Philippines to save the most sought after tourist sites as well as the natural resources. But as the tourism progresses in our country, we have noticed that the increase of pollution and misuse of natural resources are happening. So we are going to cover the following: Manila Bay restoration, Boracay shutdown, or restoration, which is one of the most visited beach in the Philippines. Then we have the Cebu Cordova Fish Sanctuary, the Kawasan Falls, which was recently visited by Kai of XO, Teminj of Shiny, and Jimin of BTS. And then Simala Shrine, the Bohol Tarsier Sanctuary, the Chocolate Hills Preservation, which was a former eighth wonder of the world, the Palawan Reservation, which is known as the Zero Plastic area in the Philippines. Then we have Virgin Island Shutdown in Bohol, which is known for the turtle sightings. And last but not the least, Magellan's Cross, which is the birth of Christianity in the Philippines. So let me turn you over to our reporters, Mr. Leslie Lyon and Barry Dolioso Jr. Take it away. Just a moment. I think they're still having problem with their connection. Are you there, Lion?
Uh,
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Barry.
Hi, annyeonghaseyo everyone. And now we will be tackling environmental issue global and environmental ecotourism. First, let's start learning. First, we have Manila Bay restoration. You have the rehabilitation of Manila Bay is a continuing effort of the government in compliance with the right of mandumos issued by the Supreme Court on December 18th, 2008. The Department of Environment and Natural Resource, or DENR, says to be clean up, rehabilitate, and preserve the bay and restore and maintain its water, fit for swimming, skin diving, and other form of contact reaction. Nowadays, Manila Bay is clean, safe, and it has considerably lowered the level of coliform bacteria in the natural harbor water boarding the Baywalk area.
Boracay shutdown. Boracay is one of the famous tourist spots in the Philippines. Was closed due to sustained environmental damage. This decision came out about when the President of the Philippines, Rodrigo R. Duterte, visited the island and became concerned that the famous white sand beach and crystal clear waters have been transformed into a cesspool. The closure had a significant effect on the livelihood of local people. The government announced in 2022 that the closure had been successful in rehabilitating the island's environment.
Candova Fish Sanctuary. Nalusan is a natural island resort in the Cebu Stairs, the Philippines, and one of the islands comprising the Olango Island group, originally a sandbar. It was reclaimed to allow the construction of the Nalusan Island Resort, which is occupied the entire island. The island was originally and locally known as Kalusan, meaning a place of penises. In Cebuano, the local fishermen named it as such because the waters surrounded the island is tamed with sea cucumbers, which look like the male gentail.
Kawasan Falls. Kawasan Falls is the island province of Cebu is one of the best waterfalls in the Philippines. This set of multi-tier waterfalls lies in Barangay Matutinao, Badyan, which sits on the southern coast of Cebu and is about 103 kilometers from Cebu City. This coastal town is blessed with natural attractions such as rivers, freshwater streams, and massive jungle canyons. Bajan is also close to notable towns like Moalboal, Alegria, and Oslob. Kawasan Falls tours have always been popular among international and domestic tourists.
Simala Shrine. The Simala Shrine is a Roman Catholic pilgrim site. The site hosts the image of Our Lady of Lindogon, which is believed to be miraculous by devotees of the Virgin Mary after it is to healing the attributed to healing of those who were affected with. Designed the area in 1988 after is reportedly shed tears. The image has reportedly shed tears for more times, at least being on September 8, 2016.
Bohol Tarsier Sanctuary. The Philippine Tarsier Sanctuary is an ecotourism destination located in Corella, Bohol. It is where you can see and visit the smallest primates that are mostly found in Southeast Asia. This tourist attraction also has a visitors complex with an exhibition area, cafeteria, audiovisual room, research centers full of tarsier related information, library, cof- co- conference rooms, and more that you can check to learn more about these small creatures. The Philippine Tarsier Foundation established the Tarsier Sanctuary to protect these endangered species while also promoting eco-friendly tourism. Although organized entirely by local businessmen, this refuge is strongly supported by the Philippines Department of Tourism and Department of Environment and Natural Resources.
Chocolate Hills Preservation. The Chocolate Hills are geologic formed in the Bohol province of the Philippines. There are at least 1,260 hills, but there many be as many as 1,776 hills spread over an area of more than 50 square kilometers. The Chocolate Hills is declared the Philippines' third national geologic mo- monument, and it's doubled as an eighth wonder of the world. In the rainy season, the grass blanketing the hills gives them a soft and lush appearance. In the summer, when the vegetation dies off, they take they take on a gold brown hue, giving them their name Chocolate Hills. It is famed tourist attraction in the Philippines, which is continues to draw attention for its unique and majestic characteristic.
Palawan preservation. Palawan is known as the last frontier for biodiversity in the Philippines because of its biological treasures. It, on, it, it not only plays a crucial role in maintaining the ecological balance of the entire region, it also ensures that local people have sufficient clean drinking water and it's pivotal to preventing landslides. Palawan is ranked as the third safest city in the Philippines because to its low risk of Palawan, one of the best places to visit in the Philippines, is consistently ranked as one of the best islands in the world. And for a good reason, it boasts white and sand beaches and islands, clear blue waters, a spectacular variety of marine life and shipwreck sites, and majestic towering limestone cliffs, earthquakes, and typhoons.
Virgin Island shutdown. Calvin Condova, August 3, 2022. The price list of seafood that a woman and her group were in Palago, Bohol that became viral online. The amount could have fed a large group in a buffet of more than a month worth of geologists. Photo from photo from Facebook, Cebu City. Panglago, Bohol, Mayor Elgaldo Acre approved Wednesday, August 3, the closure of Virgin Island in Panglago until further notice due to the controversial issue of overpriced food being sold by vendors in the area. The Palaco Municipal Tourism Council had early recommended the immediate closure of Virgin Island to occur them in the issue was tracked during their emergency meeting last Monday, August 2.
Magellan's Cross preservation. Magellan planned a cross to signify this important event about the propagation of the Roman Catholic faith in what is now Cebu and central Philippines. It is popular because the place serves as a historic symbol marking the birth of Christianity in Cebu. The cross signifies the Christian sign of salvation. Here, it is prominently dep- depicted as the Magellan's Cross. Today, the cross is housed in an octagonal pavilion called the Kiosk. It is one of the main attractions for tourists because it is part of country's history. It is preserved to stand that the Philippines is a Christian country in the Southeast Asia. Before we end, we would like to share you a video. In this video, due to the restriction of COVID-19, our movement and activities are still limited, but in our own way, we have done a cleanup drive within our school campus.
Also, in the video, we collected plastic to make the environment clean. And as we collected plastics, We make it as small as side income, and the income will go to the victims of typhoon and fire victims. In this way, we are also able to advocate recycling within our school campus.
Just a moment. We're still trying to show the video. Just a second. Thank you. So that is all for our presentation. Thank you. And
Thank
right
you.
now, thank you. And right now we will have our Kahoot quiz.
Yes.
Quiz is quiz.
Go ahead, Menhard, and you can share your screen now.
Please click on the link that I sent to the chat box, please.
So we will be using myquiz.com instead of Kahoot. So this is another platform that we are using to provide quiz. Thank you. So we already have 3 participants. So when you click the link, you will see a start button. Just click on that so that you will be able to join the quiz. So we have now showing 5 participants, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so shall we start?
All right, let us start the quiz. Looks like everyone is almost done with the quiz. Keep up the good work, guys. Congratulations to everyone in the top 3. Our champion is Sunflower Spirit. Congratulations. A round of applause, please.
Okay, so that actually ends our presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your participation. Now we're wrap up today's class, and our next and the last class will be December 13th, right?
Yes, December 13. That will be
Yeah.
our culminating activity.
Yes, it's culminating activity. Once again, thank you for your cooperations, and it was great opportunity to learn about both countries.
Thank you so much. Thank you, students, for participating.
So this will before we wrap up, we'll have a capture the kind of photo time. So please show your uh, beautiful face just for a moment to capture. Turn on the cameras just for a moment, please. And the students in classrooms, Korean students in classrooms. Are you ready to take photos too? Okay. And the presenters, you should turn on the camera. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Cheese. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
everyone. Thank you, Teacher Sunil. Thank you,
Bye.
Korean
Thank
students.
you.
See you
Bye-bye.
soon.
Bye.
See
See ya, man.
you.
See
Bye
ya.
bye.
Bye bye. See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. You can leave the
Hi.
classroom now. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Then I will close the Google Meet.
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Just keep
Thank you
in
so
touch.
Bye.
much.
Take care.
Bye. God bless.